This is the Polished Business Podcast, where we discuss everything business, boss, and books. My name is Kimberly Beadle, and I am a registered bass agent here in Australia, a certified bookkeeper, and I have a BA in psychology. And I am absolutely obsessed with supporting businesses and their success. I am joined by Abby from Coastal Village Massage. Thank you, Abby, for being with us today. Abby joins us as a business owner, and with the Polished Business Podcast, we talk to business owners as well as business services experts. Abby has a massage company, is a sole trader, and has a wealth of experience that I think will be very valuable for everybody. Abby, thank you so much for joining us.
Not a problem.
And we have a set amount of questions. Thank you for offering whatever you have to say.
Not a problem. Especially for sole traders and mums that are deciding to start up their own thing. It can be very scary and lonely. So good to get
Absolutely.
everyone's experiences out there.
Yeah. First off, do you want to just give us a little description about your company and what you do?
I was a scientist in my former life when I went straight from school to
Oh.
uni and worked a lot in science research and worked at the uni and started up my tutoring business, which I also still do on the side. But just with kids and with my life experience and all my love of sport and everything kind of kept bringing me back to massage therapy and as a way that I knew I would be good at helping people. I could make it work as a business. It would fit better with family life, give me flexibility and freedom and all of those things while helping people and getting paid. It was clear to me that that's where I was going to head, having a family and figuring out how you're going to retrain in your late 30s. But we did it. My husband was on board. So started 2023, I went back to TAFE, and then by September, I'd opened up the home clinic.
Wow.
And then has been running that ever since in conjunction with finishing my diploma for remedial massage as well, on top of my original Cert 4 quals that I needed.
On
It's
top
been a
of everything else.
big few years.
And you have 4 children as well?
4, yes. So the
Yeah.
youngest one, who is 4 and a half,
Yeah.
it was our COVID baby, and kind of the pivot point where I have to make this change to be the best, to fit the best, be the best mum, be the best role model for my girls and my boy, and show them that mums can work and juggle and still help everyone and have a fulfilling career.
It's definitely one of the biggest things we do. It gets talked about a little bit more these days, thankfully, that you can do it all, but it does assure you can do it all, but you have to figure out a balance of what that all means to you. What kind
Yes.
of this works for you? What kind of, juggling your family life work?
We can do it all, but not at the one time.
Yes. And partnership helps a lot as well, that you can collaborate and work that out well. Sounds like you guys have a good system in place. All right. So I'll jump into our little questions just to keep us moving along, but thank you for that. We like to talk about the biggest challenge in the first year of your business and how did you overcome it?
I had quite a few. Most small
Okay.
businesses have more than one. First one, I probably was most nervous about building enough clients, building a good client base. That's what I focused on as what will be my biggest challenge. It didn't end up being. They kind of sort themselves out. If you're good at what you do, they keep coming. So I guess the next biggest challenge, which wasn't as obvious to me before I started, was getting the balance right of how to fit it all in. As most business owners know, when you're starting out, say yes to every opportunity, say yes to everything, say yes to every client. Yes, I can be there at 7 p.m. Yes, I can, whatever you need. Sunday, yep, sure. I had to get better with my boundaries to
Sounds like
make
a
sure that
boundary
work-life
situation.
balance stayed
Yeah.
balanced. Yeah.
It's definitely something I hear a lot of, by trying to figure out, you don't want to miss out on the opportunity that might be something that rolls into who knows what, that could be very beneficial, but you do have to give yourself permission to say no sometimes
Mhm.
or say, sure, I'd love to help you, but within this framework. And then they're often will adjust their schedule to your
Yep. Yeah.
schedule.
I think it was probably about
Yeah.
after a year or so in when when I finally felt comfortable enough to say, "Sorry, I have no availabilities this week," rather than feeling, "Oh, I've let them down." It was, "Oh, relief."
Mm,
I've
absolutely.
set a boundary. That feels amazing.
On that, and you get to walk away and do something else.
Yes.
That's good. Yeah. Giving yourself permission for that's really important. Yeah.
You don't realize because it starts off slow, especially like if you're starting from nothing. I didn't take over a business, I just built it from
Yeah.
nothing. It starts quite
Mm.
slow. You do say yes because there's not much else happening. And then it starts snowballing and you're like, oh, how do I change my patterns?
Yeah. You can say yes until you don't want to. Start saying no. You've kind of touched on it a little bit with clients. My second question's clients gaining, communicating, getting paid.
Y-
Has there been a strategy or a piece of advice that you're like, oh, that's been a big deciding factor for you?
There wasn't one clear moment. I think the best advice to any business owner or especially in health and wellness was I'm just genuine. I don't try and push things onto clients. I don't it was a challenge originally because I'm not a salesperson and I didn't know how to
Mm.
ask if they want to rebook or maybe you should come back next week or I just sounded
Yeah.
so awkward and I felt so awkward doing that to my clients. So I didn't because it just didn't
Mm.
feel right. And
Yeah.
the right clients came to me and they're like, I'm coming back next week or I'd like to book monthly appointments. And I'm like, great, we can
Yeah.
do that. And I just let them lead. That worked for me. And I'm truly in it to help them. So
Yeah.
I guess I have the benefit of being the second income in our household. So there's not as much pressure to make the
Mm.
sale and make the profit. Like that monetary pressure wasn't as strong. So I could let it grow organically, as they say, and
Yeah.
let the clients come when they were ready and come when they could afford to and listening to their needs and just being about their health needs. And yeah, that's all I did.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. Listening to your clients and picking up on their cues is people can get stuck in the script and like, but if you can be flexible and pay attention to what they're doing, feed off of what they say,
Yeah.
then you can get a nice natural progression for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. And that's definitely, I think I'm very good at reading the room, reading people, my
Yeah.
nonverbal communication skills, which makes me a good massage therapist. Not pushing the sales. They
Yeah.
come. If you're good at what you do, they come.
Yeah. I call it not being a car salesman. Sorry to all car salesmen out there. Nothing, I'm sure you're lovely, but yeah, there's that feeling of being too pushy. If it doesn't work for your flow, then don't do it.
Yeah.
Read the room, like you said. You put yourself out there to get the new customers and to get people to come back. But finding your right style
Yeah,
is okay.
definitely.
It's
Definitely.
gonna be your style. All right. Being a business owner, what's been something that surprised you that maybe was unexpected that you didn't expect, whether it was good or bad?
That one was a hard one. I wasn't sure how to answer that. I grew up, my dad was a business owner. In-laws were both business owners, so I think there weren't a lot of surprises. I knew a lot
Okay.
of the stresses that come with running a business, so none of the negatives were a surprise because I knew what I
Yeah.
was getting myself in for. You're never off work kind of thing, especially at the start. I can't really say I was surprised by anything. It did take me a while to kind of feel like a business owner.
Okay.
And when I would talk to other people and the way that I talked about my business, it would always be, oh, I just have a massage room in my home or, playing down. And I don't know
Yeah.
why, because I'm not usually like that. I'm always, when they talk about themselves, I'm like, stop it. What's with this
Yeah.
justness? Like you're amazing. I've had to just listen to some of that advice for myself. And now I say, I run a massage clinic in Shell Harbour. It's been running for 3
Yeah.
years and I'm
Yeah.
growing and feeling the
Facts.
confidence that took some time.
Absolutely. Well, that makes sense. I'm assuming you don't have any employees?
I have
Yeah.
collaborated with other businesses
Okay.
and organizations. I've also worked at events and I've worked at the Lodge Jamboree as a
Okay.
contractor, or different people have hired me for Christmas
Yeah.
parties and girls' weekends away. And I've gone as a mobile therapist or set up a tent at Runshell Harbour and things like that.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
have
that's
worked with
good.
other people in a sense, but not as an
Yeah.
employee boss relationship.
And have any of those been situations where you had to work with other massage peoples on the day, like from
Yeah,
other
usually with
subcontracting?
others. So Runshell Harbour, for example, was through a connection of mine with the lady that organises that. But
Mm.
obviously one is not enough. So I then reached out to my massage therapist colleagues and brought them along. I did have to organise payment and uniform and stuff
Basically,
like that.
employer for the day.
So they all had my brand on them and that kind of thing.
Was that easy, or how was that just getting everybody to show up on time?
It was through the massage students that I was studying with. It was a little bit
Okay.
of a relaxed, the first time I did it, I was not clear, not as clear as I needed to be on, um, yeah, how we run. We're paid
Standards? Yeah.
per minute, so don't, or like per massage. It was meant to be a 15-minute express post-run massage, and then she just really
Yeah.
wanted to help them and keep massaging the same client. I'm like,
Move it
"Through,
along.
get the
We
time
have a business
round."
card. They
I
can
was
come back
much
tomorrow.
clearer. I was like, "There's the
Yeah.
clock. Let's go." But
And
yeah,
those little
you learn, you
timers, those
learn.
little white
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's tricky, deciding what and that's absolutely trial and error, but
Yes.
everyone's so different, and
Yes.
everyone is coming from whatever backgrounds and mindsets and who knows what. But you can getting clear for yourself of what you want to be the highlight standards for you. Sounds like you did that for the next time, used it as a
Yes, next
trial,
time
and
round we
now
had
you
it
know.
sorted.
"Hi, welcome to the team. This is what you gotta do."
Yes. And I have thought
Yeah.
about that going forward. Fingers crossed, we're killing it,
Yeah.
and I have enough clients and enough days and
Mhm.
time to bring a second or third therapist into my clinic, but it would be very
Yep.
hard, especially something like massage therapy. I've set a
Yeah,
standard with my clients. The next person coming in would have to match that.
they would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's a
Yeah.
challenge for future me.
Time to, figure out those key points. What's the most important points you want them
Yeah.
to commit to? Writing it out. I talk to people about this just when they're hiring employees about, well, have it in the job description of this is what your responsibilities are, this is what our standards are. So it's just from day one, this is
Yeah.
what you're expected to do. And you're allowed to tell them that because they're coming to you. A lot of people too, they want that structure. If they know that that's what they have to work within, then they have something to work with. So, next question, accounting software. I think I know the answer to this. Use an accounting software, and if so, what do you like about it, or what is your process for keeping track of your income and expenses?
So, as you know, Microsoft Excel is my best friend. Coming from my maths and science background at uni, it's all I ever used. So I'm very comfortable with it. And starting from literally nothing, like $0, it was
Yeah.
easy and free, and there wasn't a lot of action to keep track of in the start. So, but I will be transferring over probably to Xero in the next few
Mhm.
months to give me room to grow and more
Yeah.
time. Yeah. But yeah, at this
Yeah.
stage, it's all been Excel, which, yeah, as I said, I'm very comfortable with, but is very time consuming.
100%. And it's great that Excel exists, especially for the early days of business. Everybody starts off with some sort of version of either pen and paper or Excel, and then migrates over to an accounting software. So you're in the
Yeah.
exact same boat as what everyone does early days. And I know we talked about it before, but just in general, accounting softwares, I always suggest beginning, moving over at the start of a quarter or the start of a financial year. Always really the best time because some people like, oh, I'm going to start on this accounting software in the middle of February. Well, that's you can, but then you have messy data. You have some data over here and some data over there. You're
Yeah.
going to take the plunge and the financial year, especially right now when we're recording this, it's in end of March or mid-March. Uh, you might as well wait at this
Yeah.
point
Yeah.
till the end of financial year. But getting one in June, early June, so you can play with it and get comfy before you're using full time,
Mhm. Yeah.
I always suggest that too. And most of them do promotions. I know you already know this because we talked about it, but for anyone watching, go for the sales. Usually you get like 3 to 6 months, either 50% off or more, depending on which ones.
Yeah.
And the big guys, Zero, MYOB, and QuickBooks Online are the big ones for Australia. That there's other ones out there, but I always recommend those
Yeah.
three.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm ready. I know it's the next
yeah,
step. I was just
yeah,
obviously keeping all expenses as minimal as possible for the first couple of years. So I
100%.
haven't forked out for anything. No
Yeah,
software, no managing fees, no rent because
yeah.
I converted my own shed so I don't have to pay rent to anyone. I'm not paying
Beautiful.
anyone anything for as long
You
as I
could
can. But
potentially be paying rent to yourself.
yeah.
Talk to your accountant about that. Just saying. You are renting space from yourself if it's on a property. It's a business proper it's a business with its own separate space. Talk to your accountant about that. You could definitely be
Hmm,
benefiting in the income
good
tax
to
world.
know.
I'm a BAS agent, not an accountant, but just saying. So I'm saying talk to them about it, but they'll tell you something that you can
Yes.
do.
Okay.
It's definitely important.
Noted.
Yeah. Uh, no, that's great. Alrighty. You're not registered for GST yet, are you?
No, no,
Not
no.
yet.
At the
Okay.
moment, we're sitting, very much micro business.
No, we talked about this a little bit. I'm gonna have this said a couple times in this podcast. We were at a workshop earlier today, and I found out a lot more details about Abby's beautiful business. Whenever I say we'd already talked about this, that's what I'm referring to. A great group of people. We talked a bit about GST and how you can be registered before the 5K. Currently, it's 75K threshold, and then you have to be registered after that 75K. If you do hit that 75K, I think it's 28 days to register. So you got have a little bit of wiggle room, but it's pretty short. So I always say just keep an eye on it. But it sounds like, you're cruising along as is, and it's up to you. You can always register before you hit 75K, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. Um, Something down the road to explore. All right. Do you have a bookkeeping or admin tip or trick or tool that has really helped you? I feel like you're going to say Excel. You're very smart with your scientist background.
Yes, it's nothing fancy. And I guess it comes back to my client relationships are really important to me and making each treatment feel personalized and I'm focused solely on them for that amount of time that I'm with them, but following up straight away, like doing the client notes, giving them their follow-up email with the little attachment to the YouTube clip on how to stretch for that particular muscle or whatever it was that we were talking about. You have to do it straight away. Especially
Yeah.
I have to do it straight away because the rest of the afternoon is full of football trainings and running people here, there to the hospital,
Yeah.
wherever. So if my client notes aren't done immediately, then I'm playing catch up, like weeks
Yeah.
behind. So that's my
Mm.
only trick for anyone in health, or I guess most client relationships, but health in particular, notes immediately.
On the day, put the
Yeah.
notes down. And that makes sense because not only is it, you're going to be able to write down the most accurate information because it just happened or they just shared it, but it gets it out of your brain, I would
Yeah.
expect. Then you don't
Yeah.
have to think about that
And you have
over and over and
another
over
3
again.
or 4 clients that day, so,
Yeah.
you're not gonna remember which ankle they fractured in that soccer injury and yeah, you gotta do it straight
Yeah.
away.
100%. No, that's so good. And it's good to have. You never know too sometimes what kind of records is gonna be the most important down the road too. Like somebody had an ankle injury, if they come in later, I don't know anything about massage, but I would imagine if somebody came in in a couple weeks with like a hip issue. I'm like, whoa, well, you've been favoring your other ankle because
Oh,
I can see that.
see, you say you don't
And
know, that's spot on.
well, I've had my own stuff. I know my stuff. That and then that makes you sound like you care and
Yeah,
bringing up something from a previous
because I do care.
conversation. Yeah, I know you do, but it shows you do. It
Yes.
shows the customer like, "Oh, she's paying attention.
Yeah,
I brought up that."
yeah,
That's really
yeah.
good.
I do,
Really
yeah.
good.
I think as well, especially when I was at TAFE and we would practice, we'd fill out all our client forms. I did get a bit of stick from the other students because I did add a lot of information, but it made
Okay.
so much more difference. Like things that might not be related to the injury, for example, but it's something that's causing a lot of stress at home, or they're moving house, or whatever.
Mhm.
That's in the notes too because it's holistic approach. That's what it's there for. Understanding
Yeah.
the whole client.
I was about to say it's the whole picture, whole
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. All right. If you were starting again, what would you do differently in your first week or first month of business? If you were fresh, starting straight, what would you do differently, if
Um,
anything?
yes. So the only thing, because it was like, no, I'm pretty happy with how it has grown over the last couple of years. But I guess the one thing when I looked back over it was just to be more confident from the beginning. I think I was always that nerdy high achiever, and you always thought I had to have it perfect and get the best marks and at school and uni and all of that, and thinking I had to be amazing before anyone saw it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which I mean, you still have to be good, but they're not going to know if you accidentally do your sequence out of order, or if you
Yeah.
don't know exactly which muscle attaches where for that one treatment. You go look it up when they leave and you're like, okay, next time I know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I put a lot of pressure on myself at the start when I
Uh,
should have just backed myself a bit more, been a bit more, put a bit more confidence in myself at the start.
at the beginning of our chat about even when you were telling people about what you do
Yeah.
and you had to have a shift about, well, I just do this little, no, no, no.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
offer a massage
Yeah.
at my clinic
Yes.
and in
I
Shaw
run a massage
Harbor,
clinic.
and
I'm not just
yeah,
not
and
just a
I
massage
that's what I
therapist.
do.
Yeah,
Yeah, you never everybody take that out of your phrasing, "I'm just this," or "I'm just
I
that."
know.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
And I mean, generalizing here, but typically my female clients, very much more than the male clients, will be, I just do admin, or I'm just whatever. And I'm like, stop saying
Yeah.
just. Why do we say just? You're amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
yeah, one lady
We
that I
all
was
need that
talking
kinda
to the other
reminder
day, yeah, she was a practice manager for some medical center, and I'm just the practice manager. And I said, "Yeah, but could anyone else do your job?" She's like, "Oh, no way." It's like, "Exactly. Anyone else in
Yeah.
the clinic run it like you do?" Nope, they wouldn't have it. They wouldn't have any idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, you are massage clinician and amazing at what you do. Okay, so what are you looking forward to in the next year of your business? Anything coming up for you or any goals?
The big one was achieved at the end of last year, moving from the room inside our home to the separate space
Yeah.
at the end of the driveway now. So external access and whole separate space, own bathroom, own internet port, everything out there. So it's my own little space now. That was a big goal from the beginning.
Mhm.
That's what I had envisaged and got
Yeah.
there. So I guess now moving forward will just be to continue growing my clients. Like um, I've now got, well, I guess professional management of my business, moving into
Yeah.
accounting software and getting a tap to pay terminal, the little things like that that will make it feel much more professional.
Yeah, absolutely. And you'll get a lot of time back. Us
Yes.
people,
Yeah.
I can't stress it enough. if when you find the right softwares and subscriptions, yeah, they cost you, but how much money are you gonna make in that time
Yeah.
instead of doing the admin that's, like, not billable work?
Mhm.
So now you get to either have that time back with your family, and that's
Well,
just
that's yeah, I was
invaluable.
gonna say I probably won't be adding any more clients to the list, but I'll be able to, yeah, be at all the school things and
Yeah.
all the sport things, and that was
Without having to be on your phone or
yeah,
double checking or double doing things, so
yeah.
yeah, 100%, it makes a big difference. Finding the right ones and not going overboard. There's a whole lot of softwares and subscriptions out there, you could go nuts, and I just tell people to remember to cancel your trials. Try them out, but then cancel them if you're not using them. Yeah, that's good, that'll be great. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with, like, new business owners or those that are reviewing their current business?
Um, hmm, I couldn't yeah, I guess I mean, I knew my why. I knew why I had to make this leap. I guess growing up with parents that were in business and small business owners, being an employee as an older adult just was foreign to me, having to ask
Yeah,
permission. And that's where I was kind of getting like, as the kids were getting into school age and things, and having to ask to go to things to see my own kids, like, this isn't for me.
yeah,
I'm my own boss. I need to be in charge of my own life here.
yeah,
And I know it's not that easy to just say, "Yep, okay, I'll be my own boss." But that was my main why. And if anyone's out there thinking the same thing, then you just have to do it. You have to take the leap.
yeah,
And yes,
yeah,
it's a lot of extra hours at the start and you don't really get holidays. But you're
yeah,
doing something you love and you've been able to, you know, be at everything that you would have missed otherwise. So you
mhm,
got to prioritize, I guess.
yeah, it's making a decision there, and, I mean, Australia too, I always find it very interesting that, 96% of all businesses in Australia are small businesses,
Hmm.
and 60% of those are micro businesses falling into your realm, sole
Hmm.
traders. And that's a lot. That's millions of businesses out there. So that not only do they exist and they're functioning, but there's a lot of steps and things in place to make it somewhat easy. Go get an ABN, off you go.
Yeah.
Start working,
Yeah.
ready to go. It's pretty easy out of all the countries I've ever been in to start a business, like, easy in the
Yeah.
sense that you could get going on day 1
Yeah. And
relatively
I think,
quickly
like you said, I,
if you
I mean,
needed
I
to.
haven't lived and worked in any other country, but
Mm,
there was so much support, free free programs and free mentors and free run either through business.gov.au or through Service
yep,
New South Wales, or even for my industry, my massage association ran a mentor program and I got partnered with
yep,
an awesome chick that helped me a lot starting up, just even with confidence and how to handle tricky clients or tricky
yep,
bosses or whatever.
mhm,
There's heaps out there because I think
yeah,
Australians in general want to be their own boss and want to have their own little business. That's just who we are. So there's
yeah,
plenty out there.
give it a go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plenty out there to help you and just use everything. Use all the
mhm,
resources that you are given.
absolutely, why not?
Mhm.
That's wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you, Abby. That's all of our questions that we like to go through. And I love everything that you're able to share with us today.
Oh, thank
Thank you
you.
so much. And thank
Thanks.
you for your time.
Not a problem. Okay.
Thank
See you.
you. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Polished Business Podcast. Check out all our episodes for valuable information for the business boss and books. To apply to be a guest or stay connected, follow Polished Business on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. Don't forget to join the Polished Business platform for free support or one of our paid tiers. All the best in your business journey.